So it's going to magically teleport back up there because we can. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse, despite all of the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit. Which makes it all the more crushing when interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Claudette! Dwight! Funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans, Dwight. Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will... Now, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time, you know that we've got your best interest in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. I got wax in your ears, friend? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claude and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes and the two survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around your elders. Is that the father? Oh, that's Grandpa. Grandpa? My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Tako, meet Grandpa cousin Yamaoka. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the great. It's a matter of honor and respect, except Rin. She can do whatever she wants. My precious little angel. But you! When he stares at you with his demonic red eyes, you're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel! You must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be cleaning bits of your head off of my kanobo. Kanobo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. Okay. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk and Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir. And Claudette, remember we explained to you that you were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and give or withhold your approval? 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the... whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah, yes. That makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Nice to meet you. I'm not saying... I didn't say the greats! Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni. I think he is another one of the killers. I didn't realize that they were connected, but I guess it makes sense. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper, not only sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. Okay. This definitely deserves more thought, but now's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazu. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always wanting to kill people, waiting to kill people. I insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what you needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off seriously Old man yells at cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. We didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much, if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public education. Public executions. What are we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying all those greats every time. At Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... I mean, she does seem to like him. Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list every activity available to samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant! You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade for many activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying I did that, because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide, but clearly, you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette. You fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? If I were to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're not really sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this head's jerkin. Claude, Doris, fetch my kanobo. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together, as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Sure. Wink, wink, wink. The whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Taco has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come and give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Right, now, push them away and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father. You're a great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for violence in your voice. It fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose, if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Taco ever treats me poorly, you have my word. On our family's honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask, which we don't see, but we see. You sure you want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again soon. Now, let's go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes, sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful. Oh, that's me. Sorry, I thought it was her. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful to your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I will never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to. Or I want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest bird alive, I'd be down Trapper's Cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood. That's no way to live, and yet, as you know, that is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least, maybe I was, until now. Call me the dragon tamer, baby. Oh, this was horrible. That was a horrible pickup line. You haven't won this game yet. Please, don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. Okay. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you the strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. She's very pretty. Maybe you could help me get a head start in applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? Yeah, of course. Last time was... Well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet, just something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Oops, shoot. Close. Yes! Shoot. Got it. Ah! Yeah! God, that's so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hand sliding up and down my feet and between my toes. My skin has never been more... This is weird. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hand, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock into yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. As Spirit pulls you close, you can feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean's salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it'll have been all worth it. Cloud sputters, you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from Spirit. Chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me and you know, I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertip over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. Yay, we got a glass shard covered in blood. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now's the time, Taco, to face your destiny. Actually, about that... Taco, can we talk privately? Maybe, not here? Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. You know how I feel about telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Taco privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience, not from management, my father's mine, I learned that if you're gonna fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, do you think... No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Taco yet, so... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out. Except for Taco. Did anyone say final howls? That's kind of my whole jam. Can I stay? Right? Especially you. Out. Lame. Alone with Spirit, you feel something awful hang in the air. More awful even then, the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh, that. Gag, I'm gagging. We're all gagging for Cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. You know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside of you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only different forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm I feel cold in comparison. Someone who isn't you. Can we just be friends? I don't know. Before you finish that, just know, if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is! I'm glad to have you here with me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how it's ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter I wouldn't say that I'm leaving, but us? We're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we never really belonged together anyhow. Good night, Taco. What the hell? I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I could to get to know you, only to have told me that I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said good night, Taco. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Yeah, why'd you keep saying that she'd see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. And so, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Oh yeah, this is the entity then. Wait, I'd spoil my true identity? You've made it this far, you should probably know that. And you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, Taco. See you again later, and again, and again, and again. Forever. Alright. There's probably a more truthful ending in which I might actually be able to be with her. Possibly. Who knows? And there is also a lot more going on behind the scenes. I mean, there's definitely funny stuff going on. So I'm gonna play through this again. I'm gonna just date someone else on my own, and then I might, if I get through all that and then I still can't really figure stuff out, then I'll probably try to see if I can get like a real ending to some of these and like just do better, I guess. Anyway, this was Hooked on You, Dead by Daylight Dating Sim, and yeah, that's what this was, I think. I'm not entirely sure what else I just witnessed, besides Lighthouse burned my brain. That's about all I really remember happening. And then there was Spirit. She was cool. I actually do like her as a friend. I would just kind of prefer there'd be hugs, too. You know, hugs are nice. I like hugs. Anyway, I will see you on whatever it is the next play. Bye-bye!